Hello, namaste. My name is Tim Halloran and I am welcoming you into the third week of September 2013. Today is Monday the 16th. The moon is in Aquarius. Mars is trine to Uranus and sextile to Mercury. I hope you all had an enjoyable weekend. It was very busy and energetic. And with this Mars and Uranus energy, we're probably feeling a bit restless. We're very passionate. We're desiring changes, and we're very forward-looking at this time. Now, this is a very important week. I'm calling this the hump week of September, and it is a week of a lot of culminating energy. The feeling that one may reflect upon this week is that there is no turning back. The main aspect that we've been talking about for weeks now, and is now coming exact this week, is we have the North Node conjunct Saturn. I haven't been wanting the last few videos to sound negative, but I have been sort of directing us to get into our shadow, to get into our childhood wounds, and to really anticipate the changes that are being asked of us right now and the healing that needs to be done. And this Saturn North Node aspect has a lot to do with this. And it's actually going to be North Node Saturn and Venus all coming into a conjunction. By Wednesday, the 18th, is when it's exact, and all three of these planetary bodies will be in an exact sextile to Pluto. This is an incredibly powerful aspect, and this is an aspect of no turning back now, no choices. It's facing reality. There is no way around it, basically. So, you know, stereotypical hippie phrase, go with the flow, man, is really a vital lifetime understanding, especially when it comes to things like this. The reason I've been sort of focusing upon us getting into our wounds and our shadow and our imperfections the last few weeks. You remember 2 weeks ago we had a new moon in Virgo, and I was talking all about us getting into our imperfections, recognizing our imperfections, quote unquote, finding the beauty of the darkness and the mistakes as a vital part of what makes us a human being. Well, this week we have the full moon, and it's in Pisces, 26 degrees and 41 minutes on Thursday at 7:13 a.m. This is the culmination and the fruition of this cleaning up period that we've been through this entire month as the planets have moved through Virgo. Now we're wrapping up the Virgo period this week. This Sunday the Sun will move into Libra, initiating the next phase of the process, where we will be getting way more involved with our community. And if you remember back in June, I was calling that the gathering of the tribe period. Next month in September, as we enter Libra, it will sort of be the reconvening, only where previously in June it was the gathering of the tribe. Now we've formed our tribe, and now the tribe is coming together and we're forming an established community. But that's coming ahead more next month. I want to focus on the powerful aspects that we have to deal with throughout the rest of September. So let's talk more about this North Node Saturn-Venus conjunction. This is a very direct dealing with consequences of the past, and it's a wake-up call for all of us. So hopefully we've been conscious enough and willing enough to look into the sort of uncomfortable places of ourselves and the world throughout the last couple weeks, so that we sort of are prepared and anticipating the time that we're in right now. There's no choices anymore. You have to go a certain way. There's a roadblock. So this aspect is like, you blew all your money and now there's no more money. You know, there's no more friends. You lost all your friends. There's no choices anymore. You're alone and penniless. And something has to change. Something has to be reconciled. Now Venus coming around and conjuncting this Saturn and this North Node is really relevant. And I can see this playing out in a number of different ways depending on the person and depending on the situation. So it's really about self-evaluation right now. And it's really a time of fruition of what we've been doing in the past. And this, you know, our previous actions are now yielding a fruit, and we're going to be tasting this fruit on the full moon, which is landing in 26-27 degrees of Pisces, the Sabian symbol for which is a harvest moon. This is a harvest we're reaping in what we had sown weeks and months previously. So this North Node Saturn and Venus conjunction I can see playing out in a number of different ways, depending on our actions of the past. And we're reaping what we have sown weeks and months previously. So I can see this Venus being played out in different ways depending on the person and the situation. But generally it's going to be that our relationships, our friends, our family, and our lovers are really going to be what's taking us into this Saturn North Node, having to face the problem, the darkness, the wound, the fear, the discomfort. And this could be willingly or not willingly. You know, we could have people coming up to us and getting angry and upset with us, pointing out to us our flaws, pointing out to us our mistakes, revealing to us the stuff that we didn't want to see against our will. Or this could also be, perhaps our friends and our family are really helping us solve our problems that we already are honest and open and sincere about. And you know, with Lilith and Chiron being so strong these days, these aren't little wounds, these are very big lifetime wounds that we're dealing with. You know, I've talked a lot about childhood wounds, but it is extremely relevant for each of us, because these childhood wounds don't go away overnight, do they? And we find that these childhood wounds that upset us way back when we were young and we didn't understand what was going on then, well, we're still dealing with the same problems that are so subconscious and so long buried, but they are still there. So for example, the child that used to get so anxious about going to school that they would get sick, you know, that's probably indicating a wound that goes so deep that the child back then didn't understand. But chances are that that wound would still exist today, and we're still dealing with these problems having to do with Saturn. And Saturn has to do with money and structure and organization and laws and authority and establishment, government, society. We're dealing with problems that have to do with this area. And Saturn's saying there's no way around it right now. You gotta face the music. This needs to be solved right now. You have no more time. There's no more escaping. You know, a full moon in Pisces can normally indicate escapism, generally a good time, like let's party, let's toke, let's drink. But with the other aspects being so strong right now, Saturn's saying, no, you're not gonna get away this time. There's some other things that need to be paid attention to. There's no running away. And yeah, you are going to reap what you sow. And this could be a very good period for some people, and this could be a very tumultuous period for others. But in general, this is going to seem like a very chaotic week. It's going to be energy full. There's going to be lots of compulsive emotions, thoughts, and feelings. There's going to be events that are causing us to fall into our roles quickly and assimilate our direction as far as where we're going, because this is a time of culmination and fruition. We've already done a lot of work and now we're seeing the results. Or if you haven't done a lot of work, you're seeing the results. We also got Jupiter square to Mercury on this full moon, which is a very enlightening time. This is a time of expansion, of broadening our horizons, learning about aspects of reality that have been hidden or put away in the past. So things are changing. We're ending and starting major cycles. This full moon is in the last few degrees of the zodiac, and it's a time of really getting to see and come to terms with who we are, where we're going, and what still needs to be done. Another thing going on this week is Friday, the 20th, Pluto turns direct. Now Pluto has been retrograde for nearly 6 months now, and it turns direct on Friday. What this is suggesting is that for the last 6 months, we have been very passionately and powerfully going within, digging within the past, in the stuff, and really getting beneath it all and digging it up and analyzing it and breaking it apart and figuring it all out. And now with Pluto going direct this Friday, we are changing momentum. We are now going to start doing forward movement There's been a lot of shadow work, a lot of purging, a lot of going into the past and making sense of the things that didn't make complete sense in the past. And now we're realizing a lot. A lot of enlightening is happening with this full moon. And now we are definitely beginning to move forward. We are making sense of it all. It is very tangible. It is very apparent. There is nowhere to hide. There is nowhere to run to. It is only moving forward from this point on. And on that very uplifting note, I wish you the very best in doing just that. We're going to be working together. We're going to be moving forward. We're going to be overcoming these difficulties and problems in the future. So I wish you the best this week. During this culminating hump week of September, we're going to get over it and we're going to move on. It's all passing show. This too shall pass. My name is Tim Halloran, and you can get in contact with me at the link below. Namaste.